Why would you chop off the hands of your wife, a mother to your children, yet you know that she is the breadwinner, that she is the one that your children depend on for them to eat? When you know that she is the one that your newborn baby depends on to breastfeed. Why would you chop off the hands of your wife just because you're a man? Now, welcome back, my viewers. Welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, welcome. Please subscribe. Please stay with us so that you can get more of these videos every time a new one comes up. If you have already subscribed, welcome back, and please continue to share our videos, continue to like, continue to comment so that we can reach as many people as possible. Today I would like us to talk about gender-based violence, especially against women. We have had so many cases being reported of women battered in their marriages or even in their relationships. We've had so many cases of women dying in marriages or dying in relationships because of love. Or should I say, because the society demands from them that they have to stay married for them to be considered valuable. Now, a recent case that I would like to share with you is of this woman in one of our African countries that has 4 kids. She has 4 kids. She sells vegetables somewhere in the nearby market from where she stays. This selling of the vegetables is not something that she has done peacefully. For years that she has been married to this man, she had been denied an opportunity to do anything that is economically supporting them. She's been a housewife, struggling hand to mouth when the husband is actually enjoying his life out there with different women, yet he is a working man. Now, I would not like us to judge this woman as someone who has not gone to school. She is schooled. Married with 4 children. In fact, their last baby, the 4th, is about 6 months old. She loves her children. She loves her marriage. In as much as every single night and every single day, she receives beatings for reasons that cannot be explained. In several occasions, she has slept outside the door with her children, rained on, beaten by mosquitoes throughout the night when she doesn't have anything to cover her children because the husband came back home with another woman and sent her out. I understand that our African society demands a lot from women in terms of persevering marriage. But up to what length are women expected to stay? To what extent are women expected to sacrifice their lives for marriage? Now, this young woman decides that her children are sleeping hungry almost every single night and she has to do something. So she decides to start selling vegetables in the nearby market. So she gets some little capital, borrows from friends, and starts selling. She does this business for a few weeks. And at least from there, she can find something to buy food for her children, to get milk for her young baby. She's so thin that even when the baby tries to suckle, there's nothing that is coming out of her breast because she doesn't even eat much. She doesn't sleep much. This is a woman who loves her children so much that she's willing to sacrifice every single bit of her life to give her children something. Not that she has not asked for help. She has run back to her parents when she was beaten, and she's been beaten so many times. And every single time they tell her, marriage is difficult everywhere. You have to persevere. And you cannot come back here. You're already married. Go back to your husband's house. She has run to neighbors. And because of her husband's threats, the neighbors no longer want to help. She has reported these cases to the police. They tell her these are domestic issues. You have to air them out with your husband. You don't have to come to the police station. Go back to your husband. Everybody tells you to go back to your husband because they think that going back to your husband is going to save you from the shame of the society. And the question that I would like to pose to you at this particular point is, between the shame, the embarrassment, and your life, which one is more valuable? You would rather suffer the shame and the embarrassment of people talking about you, but you are alive, than staying in a marriage that is actually destroying you and sending you to your grave. This was the case with this beautiful woman with 4 kids. One fine evening, she comes back. Remember, when she goes to the market, she carries with her all her 4 kids because there is no one to take care of them. There is nobody home. No one is willing to help. She carries with her children to the market and comes back with them. So one of these days, she comes back home with her 4 children. And because these children are hungry and she has managed to get something little that she can prepare for them, so she's rushing. She gets home, starts preparing the fire to prepare some food for her children. The little baby is crying in the corner. She's asking the older one to hold her so that she can stop crying because they are all hungry. And in those few minutes between reaching home and trying to fix something little for the kids, the husband arrives. The lion himself arrives home. And what does he do? He comes right from the gate shouting and screaming and abusing this woman and her children, as if he is not related to them in any way, as if they are his enemies, as if this woman and her children has cost him a lot in life that he does not want to see them anymore. And this time, he did not just arrive with blows. He did not just arrive with kicks. He did not just arrive with slaps. This time, he arrived with a machete. He did not just arrive with the blows this time around. He arrived with a machete. And when the woman was trying to defend herself, to at least block the blows and all that, he went ahead and chopped all her hands off. Both hands. The hands that have struggled to dig for people, the hands that have struggled to wash people's clothes, the hands that have struggled to put food on the table for these 4 young children. The same man who gave this woman these children successfully chopped off her hands. There are some kind of pains in this life that do not, you actually stop feeling them completely. And I want you to imagine this mother of 4 children who at this point, she has endured the pain of being beaten every single day of her life. She has endured the pain of being slapped, being kicked, being thrown out in the rain every single night. Still hoping that this man will change. Still hoping that things will get better. Still hoping that somebody will come and rescue her. Still hoping and insisting that these children should not grow without a father. In this day, she loses both limbs. Not because she stopped loving, not because she did not commit herself into her marriage. In fact, she's paying dearly for committing. She's paying dearly for being that faithful wife that wants to see the best for her children and her husband. She lost her limbs. A woman with 4 children, a baby of 6 months, and now, no limbs. At this point, do we blame the society that insists that this woman is supposed to stay in her marriage no matter what? To whom do we direct the blame? The man who came home and always comes home to beat her for no reason? This woman's parents who keep sending her back to her husband knowing very well that their daughter is suffering? To whom do we direct our blame? Do you blame yourself as a woman who tried to stay for your children, who tried to avoid embarrassment and shame that would come from the society? Who do we blame at this point? Now realize that this woman has already, at this point, lost everything. She has lost her limbs. She has been beaten up everywhere. She's swollen all over. She's bleeding and most likely going to die. Fortunately, she did not die. But what happens to her 4 children after this? What happens to her 4 children who are dependent, who have been dependent on her fully for everything? What happens to her? You have had your hands all this time, you are able to do things yourself. And suddenly one day somebody takes them away from you. Not because you were born that way. Not because you were involved in a road accident. Not because of a disease. But someone who you gave your heart and your everything to in the name of a husband decides to take that away from you. Now I'm talking to you who has not reached this point. I am talking to you who is still entertaining a slap here and there. I am talking to you who sits back and tells yourself that he is going to change someday. I am talking to you who got kicked last evening and you still tell yourself that tomorrow will be better. I'm talking to you who keep blaming yourself for every slight slap, blow, or kick that you get and keep blaming yourself and thinking that you are the one who has caused it. I need you to sit back and ask yourself, will it ever change? Do not be this woman of 4 kids who waited for the husband to change and ended up losing everything. Do not wait to be a statistics of women who have been killed in marriages because of society, because of parents, because of the fear of shame and embarrassment. Do not be part of the list. Love is not expressed through blows. Love is not expressed through beating. If somebody truly loves you and somebody really cares about you, you are an adult. They are an adult, and that means you had a conversation before deciding to get into that union. Likewise, you can have a conversation to sort out whatever problem it is. And if it is not working, I believe that there is nothing wrong with you being single and alive than staying married and buried. Do not wait until it is too late. Do not wait until the neighbors cannot help you anymore. Do not wait until your children see you being killed right in front of them. Because this trauma is not just being passed to you. This trauma is being passed to your children. Do not normalize domestic violence and assume that these children do not see what is happening. You are planting a very bad seed in the life of your children. Wake up. Life might be hard. You might be dependent on this person fully, that they are providing, that they are giving you everything that you need. But how are you paying for it? Are you going to pay for it with your life? Are you going to pay for it with losing your limbs? Are you going to pay for it by losing your mind? Or are you going to be like the woman whose husband pushed their child into the fire to cause her pain? Wake up. There are societies that do not help women when it comes to domestic violence. There are places women have run to back and forth to seek for help, and nobody is listening. But I will advise you that while you're there in the name of marriage, ask yourself, for how long are you going to take that beating? For how long are your children going to watch you cry and pick you from the floor, bleeding? Is it worth it? Is it? If you're currently in this kind of situation where you've been experiencing domestic violence, in one way or the other, you've been slapped here and there, you've been given a blow here and there, you've been kicked here and there, remember, it starts simple. And if you take the first slap, be sure the next will definitely come. Think about what you really want with your life. And remember that when you move out of a violent home, you are not just protecting yourself as an individual, you are also protecting your children. Take the step. Take the step to protect yourself. Take the step to protect your children. And if you are in a place where you can report, go and report. Do not keep violence a secret. Do not hide it behind makeup. Do not lie that you had an accident while you were going home. Do not lie that you fell when you were cleaning the house. The moment you do such kind of things, you're fueling this situation. We see you where you are when you cry yourself to sleep at night. We see you when you're thrown out of the house and you're crying behind the house. We see you when you're beaten to a pulp and you lose your memory of everything that happened. We see you. And that is why we are addressing you at this time, that remember, your life is more important than that marriage. Your children's lives are more important than that marriage. More important than that relationship. In fact, it is surprising that some of you are enduring this kind of beatings and yet you're just boyfriend, girlfriend. You're not even married to the person yet. Pick yourself up and walk. Pick yourself up and walk. And if it means running, run for your life. If it needs you to run, run for your life. Because an abuser does not stop. An abuser does not see the pain you're going through. They enjoy seeing you in pain. And they will not stop. So you are the one who has the power to stop what is happening to you. Some of them have said things to you that make you think that you're so useless, that make you think that you do not have any other option in life, that make you think that you cannot survive without them. No. You survived before you met them. You can do it again. Say no to domestic violence. Say no to gender-based violence. Say no to abuse. Wake up before you lose all your limb. Wake up before you lose your life. Wake up. I urge you to wake up. Pick yourself up and run. If this message has resonated with you in any way, and you've been sitting in that corner wondering what should you do, you've been wondering how can I start, we've been wondering where can I run to, run first and think of a way to solve your problems after that. I believe that there is always a solution. But you need to be able to find the solution when you're alive. You need to be able to find the solution when you have both your hands. So run for your life. If this message has resonated with you, please like, subscribe, and share. Share this message to as many women as you can. Share this message to as many girls as you can. Because so many of our girls and women are dying out here in the name of marriage. In the name of my parents do not want me to leave. In the name of what will people say about me. Share, like, subscribe. Please comment. We would like to hear how you survived. We would like to hear how you left. We would like to hear how you managed to escape gender-based violence and domestic violence. Because you are going to be helping other women and other girls. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. Until next time, say no to violence.